If you're creating a business plan right now and you have an amazing idea, but you feel stuck and confused as to how to go ahead with and what to do and what to execute, then this video is for you. I have worked with so many people, and majority of the time I'm surprised because one thing is common. A lot of people have already started working on their business, things are happening, everything. But when I ask them, okay, show me your business plan, they just get blank and they get confused. Okay, we don't have a business plan. That's a red flag, because it's like you're making a house, but you don't have the blueprint of the house. How are you going to work on the foundation, and how is the building going to stay even if you just put the bricks on, right? So here is the main thing for you to remember. So don't make these business plan mistakes as a beginner. A lot of people or many places you might have heard what all to do while creating a business plan. I'm just going to share with you very straightforward, simple few things what you should not do while creating a business plan. So the first and foremost important thing is, your business plan is not an academic document. It's not a document you are submitting for PhD. So you don't have to use fancy words, jargons, and high-fundu language which nobody understands, not your team members, your customers are definitely not reading it. If you are going for fundraising, investors are not interested, and most importantly, you don't understand the plan after a few days. So stay away from the complexity. Keep it as simple as possible and just use the simple language that you understand. In short, your business plan, the basic business plan, and because of course over the period of time this is going to modify, this is going to add, subtract a lot of things as the business progresses, but at the beginning, to keep it very simple, your business plan should answer at least one important question, that is, how can I make money in the first 90 days? This is important. The second important point, or the second mistake you must avoid, is do not fall in love with the idea. Talk about the problem. So making the business plan, don't start off with the idea, start off with the problem. That means a lot of people just fall in love with their idea, and they are absolutely ignorant about the fact that whether their idea is actually viable in the marketplace or not, whether people are going to pay you for that or not. In simple terms, you need to talk about what is the problem that you are solving for which people are willing to pay their hard-earned money. So let's say, just a very simple example, I am a coach. Okay, is that an idea, a problem-solving thing? What is it? Nothing. Instead of that, if you say that I'm a coach or a consultant where I help people to build second source of income, that means you are now clearly talking about a pain point of other people which you are solving in this case. Okay, so once again, focus on the customer. Who exactly is your customer? What is the pain points they are talking about? What is the problem statements, the words, the keywords that they keep talking about? And simply, what is the solution you're providing? Keep it very simple and easy to understand. To answer this in a better manner, you can ask yourself better question. What are certain problems that keep these target audience, your customers, awake at night? And are they already paying to solve this problem somewhere else and they are still not getting results? Then that becomes way more precise and crisp for you to actually position it in the market. So don't fall in love or just go gaga over your idea. Fall in love with the problem which you are solving for the customer, and they are willing to pay you for that. The next mistake is overestimating revenue and underestimating your time and effort. What do I mean by this? Listen very carefully. Now, you might have heard a lot of places the so-called goals that, okay, let's say I will earn 20 lakhs in 3 months. Fair enough. Of course, achievable, doable. That's it. That's what they only focus on. What about, what is the breakdown of that action item? So if it is, let's say, 2 months, every week, what is it that you are doing? So let's say every week how many cold calls you are making, every week how many leads you are generating. So when it comes down to every week, now you break it down to every day. So every day, what are your daily execution tasks? See, if it's not an execution, it's a mere fantasy. If there is no daily strategy, if there is no daily execution plan, it's just a mere fantasy. So to turn this thing of earning 20 lakh in 2 months, let's say for example, you need to break it down step by step and write down the specifics, how many cold calls a day, how many leads you want to generate. And typically if you look at it, the standard conversion anywhere, so again with plus minus, okay, the approximate range, the standard conversion ratio anywhere is typically 10% plus minus. So let's say if you're making 100 calls, hardly 10 people will maybe pick up the call or maybe interested in what you are willing to say. And out of that 10%, that means 1% will actually sign up. So if it is plus more than that or minus less than that, it's like that. So if you have that, okay, I want 20 paid clients. So in order to get 20 paid clients, how many people you need to at least get their interest in? I mean, how many people should be interested in your products or service? And how many people you should reach out to? So it's, think of it in terms of 10%, 10%. So then you will understand how you can divide it on a factor of the period of time, maybe the 2 months time, 6 months time, whatever you are deciding. So basically you need to break down this implementation. So do not underestimate the kind of effort, time and energy you need to put in. Just by overestimating the revenue is not going to bring in the revenue that you are looking for. The next mistake is planning for perfectionism. I keep saying this again and again, and I heard this somewhere, which is beautifully said, that perfectionism is actually procrastination in disguise and nothing else. So if you think that, okay, let me get the logo ready, or let me get the website ready, or let me get the brand colors ready and this and that, and you are just delaying the process, trust me, you are fooling yourself. By the time you test it out in the market, you will understand what is working, what is not working, and how fast you need to tweak your offerings, and what is it that people are liking and what is it that people are not liking. So what is going to happen is you are saving the one thing which is priceless, that is time. So instead of falling for perfectionism, just focus on getting the proof from the market, proof of whether people are ready to pay you, whether people are interested in you, whether this product or service is actually getting the interest of people and solving their problems. So just do not wait for the perfect thing to happen. If you're starting off, you need to have that timeline in your business plan where you are just going to go ahead and execute a task. So maybe, again, to put it in a very simple terms, what you can ask yourself is, what is the smallest version of this business that I can test this month or this week? And that will actually help you think in a different approach, have a different perception. And that will actually help you not just sit and wait for the results to come in, but you will already have the results in hand. So think about it, because this is where most of the people get stuck. And finally, the most important thing that you need to consider in your business plan is an intangible aspect and also a tangible aspect, but majority of the people do not put this in a business plan. They think that this is not a part of the business. This is very much a part of the business. What about your mental, emotional clarity and financial clarity? That means how much capacity with your current job or current source of income you have to work on this particular idea. How much time you will be able to give sustainably on this. Think about it. If you're just grinding yourself for the first 7 days and after that you just fall ill, you're not able to work mentally, emotionally, then what's the point? Because if you are not healthy in every way, there is no business after all. So people don't consider in their business plan, but this is very much actively part of the business plan. And also, what about your financial stability? Like, do you have enough for your survival for the next 6 months to 1 year time frame, so that tomorrow if something happens, you still have that mental peace that for the next 6 months to 1 year you can just focus on getting this business up and ready, so that you don't have to divide your attention everywhere. So think about it, because what happens is most of the time people underestimate how much they have, what it needs to give into a business. If you're already having a job or an income right now, how much energy and time is going into that, and along with that, how much time and effort you will be able to put in this new business that for which you are creating the business plan. This is very crucial and important. And don't be impractical about it, don't be fanciful about it, be very practical, estimate it, calculate it, and then go ahead and start implementing it. When you do not consider these basic stuffs, what happens is when you start a business, things are rolling at the beginning. For the first few days everything looks good, but when the reality hits, you just feel that business is not everyone's cup of tea, and this and that, and things happen because you did not do the proper planning for it. So ask yourself these basic questions. With this kind of execution strategy, can I take it hand in hand with my current lifestyle, current work or current job or current source of income and this business idea? And also, can I sustain this for the next 6 months to 1 year time? Because whatever you do, if it's not sustainable, then what's the point of doing it? And you can't imagine this just by theory perspective. And that's why I keep focusing that you need to have a business plan, because it's not the theory based model. You have to execute and see whether this is working or not. So remember this. All these points that I mentioned include in your business plan just to begin with. Keep it very simple, very easy to understand, not just for yourself, maybe also the people whom you're working with. Because understand one thing, if it's not relevant today or tomorrow, then it's not effective as well. So at the beginning, just keep it very simple. Go ahead, put more stress on the execution rather than the theory part, and make your first money and get your idea off the roof. So I will see you soon, and if you have any questions, drop me an email in the email given below, or just comment below. And if you have still not read my book, which is 7 Steps from Shame to Being Back in the Game, which is there on Amazon, go ahead, read it, because this is not a motivation book. There are lots of exercises in it. Just see how your life transforms with the simplest steps. And if you are willing to give this to somebody, gift it to somebody, because there's a festive season. Help transform somebody else's life. So go ahead, gift it somebody, and I will see you soon in the next video. Namaskar.